Yes, just gone 3 o'clock on your Monday, which means it is on Air Acoustic time. We're back after about a 3-week break, and we're back with a bang. We've also got Janethan here. Welcome along, guys. And George the guitarist, is here as well.
Hey.
It's not just about the artists. Celebrate everyone.
It can be. It's okay.
Yeah, no, we'll get you in, man. We'll get you in. Right, well, welcome back to Riverside. I mean, I know you've been here. What appearance is this? 3rd, 4th appearance here at Riverside?
Been there a few times, yeah.
Might as well give you a slot.
You can put me on the staff, yeah.
There we go. Last time I saw you, you were performing on the Riverside Radio stage at the boat race.
Yes.
It was fantastic, by the way, firstly. Were you interrupted by the church bells?
So, we luckily, I didn't really hear it that loud because I was trying to just pay attention and focus on the stage. But I could see everyone looking at me. I was like, what have I done? What's going on there?
Oh, wow, that's proper paranoia. Yeah, because it was like one of those moments where it's like, you'd never know what's going to happen when it's live.
Yes.
I know. Yes. Oh my god. Like it's quite, I was going to say to you, like, how did you kind of manage to get over it? But you just kind of blocked it out.
Yeah. When I'm on stage, I'm only really paying attention to what's happening in the little circle, and the hyper focus kind of goes in.
That is a good way to be. I like that, actually. Yeah, just keeping your own lane. Just keep your head down and do what you need to do. How do you prepare for gigs? Like from the moment you know you're about to, from the moment you're about to do it to the actually being on stage. What's your preparation like?
Yeah, I guess the first thing I do is run to George, because he's my main musical man, and I'm like, right, what songs can we do? And we'll practice in our living room because we live together. So luckily we can practice whenever we want, really. We'll run through songs in the living room, kind of see what sounds best, what fits the vibe of what we're doing or where we're going. And then if we want a full band set, we might hit the other members of the band up, but usually it's us two as the core, and then we'll just practice until we're happy with everything, which is usually never.
Well, yeah, that is it. Perfection. Did you know each other before you moved in, or did you both move in and then like, oh, I play music, oh, I do as well, oh, look at this?
So we met from Facebook.
So you were looking for a guitarist on Facebook?
4 years ago.
Yeah. What, you're part of a group, or did you just see it, or Facebook Marketplace yourself?
So I'm on a lot of Facebook groups that look for like dep musicians. So a lot of the time, events companies need just fill-in musicians that can turn up and play like a wedding event or something. And Janethan posted saying he's looking for a guitarist, and I just messaged him on Facebook, and that's it. The rest is history, I guess.
Did you need each other to like move into somewhere, or was it like one of those ones that's like, or was it just like?
That was quite a while afterwards.
Or was it just like, oh, we're going to move in, like, because you know what it's like sometimes, like, oh god, like London living's just impossible. Yeah. So, but fair play. So how do you go, like, knowing you live together now, how do you go about getting yourself gigs? Because it's like 2 for the price of 1 now. Like, you're both looking. That's pretty cool. Yeah. But how do you go about getting yourself gigs?
So luckily, lately, people have been reaching out to me more than me reaching out to them.
Nice.
I'm very ADD with actually getting things done. But again, I employ George to go and do all of the hunting and getting gigs. We do a lot of open mic nights around London as well, because it's just so much fun to play to new crowds and new people, even if it's not like a booked gig. And that's the main way we really go about. We've got a kind of rule that we don't want to ever finish one gig without getting booked for another gig.
Oh, wow, okay.
So far, we've been quite good at that.
Oh, that's really cool. What's the deal with open mic nights? Do you just turn up and like wait for a slot, or do you have to like organise it like sort of into it, or?
Usually, you can just go and then you might have to wait like an hour or two and you can perform. But lately, especially since after COVID, a lot of them are sign up before, you then rock up, you turn up, because they're quite busy. Some of them are really exclusive. There's one where you have to go to a pre-meeting before actually the night of the gig, which just sounds so over the top. And I won't say which one because we're probably going to play it.
Yeah, don't shoot yourself in the foot.
But, so like sometimes you have to really jump through some hoops to even have someone reply to you.
There's a wide range of open mics in London, from very casual to the point of where it's like sometimes it's an open jam night, so anybody can get up and play on anyone's song kind of thing, all the way to pre-booked. There's waiting lists. We've gone to one where you had to go the week before to try and get on the waiting list because it would fill up before they even started the night and everything. So the thing is, there's a big difference between covers music and your own music. So if it's a way for people to try and get artist development and to spread their own written songs and originals, then the open mic circuit seems to be one of the gateways into that.
So is that a better way of doing them, open mic night? If you go to someone and say, well, no, I'm doing my own music, because the covers, I guess, is like, what do they call them, like tribute nights, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, so if you're doing
cover bands and things like that, and that's what people, venues will pay money to musicians to play the songs that people know. But if you've got no reach for your own stuff, you have to perform it for free to try and get that kind of exposure.
I wonder what goes on with these like little meetings. Like, what do you mean a meeting? Like, that's so crazy. Like, I just thought, like, you rock up, you do your thing, and that's it. But like, what happens in a meeting?
Well, we don't know because we've not been to
one. Not to one?
We need to go to one. Yeah.
Well, look, we'll put positive vibes out there for one. I love that. Well done, Chris. That's great. Yeah. So, it's okay. Like, well, you're allowed on here. There's no waiting list on here, and no meetings for you guys. So, thanks for turning up. But talking about all this like music and all new music, you have got 2 brand new songs that you can play. Excuse. One last time, you're going to play first.
Yes.
How did it all come about? What's it about?
Okay.
Who's it for? All that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool. So one last time I actually wrote a few years ago, and it basically tells the story of me realizing that I was actually the bad person in my last relationship.
Oh, okay.
And it's very much the story of you were actually the one pulling the strings, and I wasn't necessarily a bad person, let's not say that. But I was very much the person that would make plans and never really follow through with them, just be a bit of a flake, and it wasn't great. So the song is just like, in this last moment, when we're about to break up, please just look at me like I'm not the one who made you cry. That's what that song's about.
That's I have to admire your respect. That massive, so how honest you are. That. Well, how do you feel about that, George? When he came to you with this song, like, did you go, yeah, no, I was waiting for this one, or did you kind of go, wait, what? No, you're not. Like,
well, yeah. So I spend so much time kind of taking these produced pop songs and turn them into acoustic kind of rhythm guitar kind of parts that a lot of the lyrics are usually a little bit lost on me. So they kind of go, and I'll find out what the song's about from hearing these kind of interviews, and I'll be like, oh gosh, that's what we're playing.
You didn't even tell him.
No,
I love that. Yeah. You just turn up, play the song, we'll go.
Good, let's do it. Yeah.
I love that. Right, well, if it does sound good, I think it's time to have a little bit of live music.
Okay.
So here we go. This is One Last Time from Janethan on Riverside Radio.
Oh, pour a glass, 'cause I said I'm gonna come around. Wait for the call where I say I'm gonna let you down at 4 in the morning, saying I've run out of time and I won't be coming home tonight. Know that I never try to cause you pain, and it hurts knowing I'm the only one to blame. You're throwing out our photos as you're turning down the lights. I know there's nothing more beyond tonight. I know there's nothing more beyond tonight. One last time, look me in the eye like I'm not the one who made you cry. One last time, say we're doing fine so that we don't have to say goodbye. Even though we're falling in a spiral, and we know that we'll never break the cycle. Can you tell me one last time we're gonna be alright? 'Cause I like living in this life. Now we're just living in a memory, and our fire's only half of what it used to be. We're burning out and I don't wanna watch us fade to black. Nothing we can do to bring it back. One last time, look me in the eye like I'm not the one who made you cry. One last time, say we're doing fine so that we don't have to say goodbye. Even though we're falling in a spiral, and we know that we'll never break the cycle. Can you tell me one last time we're gonna be alright? 'Cause I like living in this life. One last time, look me in the eye like I'm not the one who made you cry. One last time, say we're doing fine so that we don't have to say goodbye, even though we're falling in a spiral. And we know that we'll never break the cycle. Can you tell me one last time we're gonna be alright? 'Cause I like living in this life.
You have an insanely good voice. My word. I'm so interested in songwriting. And like all sort of creative processes, like how do you write that on your own, or do you go to sort of like classes or studios, or do you just go right? No, it's just mine.
Usually, my songs come to me when I'm walking down the street, and I'll just hear like a little melody, and I'll voice note it. And in London, that is not the thing that you should really be doing, because you look like an absolute psychopath. But I'll be there with my phone voice notes going, and then I'll come home and I'll just jump on like either the piano, which I can't play that well, or the guitar, which I can't play that well, and just write some words around it and turn it into kind of a song. And once I have a chorus, then I'll either take it to another songwriter that might help me, or I'll just pad it out myself.
It must be quite awesome as well, like living with a guitarist. Does Janethan come to you like, I've got an idea, like, and then you're like, oh no.
All the time.
Sometimes I'll kind of hop in, because it'll be like, I can hear the piano kind of tinkering away, and I'm like, I think I know what chord you're looking for with that. And it'll be like, step aside, please.
he'll shout from his bedroom, almost there.
Yeah.
You must be one of the luckiest sort of like artists at the moment, having someone like George in your corner.
Oh, it's great. It's really great, because there are so many times that I can hear exactly what I want to do in my head. And because I've known George for long enough, he also knows what I'm trying to do. Because sometimes you meet a musician, they might be really talented, and they can play all these things, but you can't actually communicate with them on a musical level. And with him, I really can just speak music, which is good.
That's like insanely lucky.
It is one of the only art forms where the composers and artists actually have to collaborate with each other, because there's so many different mediums. You know, a painter isn't going to kind of do the sketch and then take it to somebody that has some paints.
And that's
kind of
true,
thing.
yeah.
Have to communicate what the final vision is. And I think that's what makes music so good, in a way, because you have to kind of really sell it and get the message across to other people, for you to actually end up with a final version of what you're trying to make.
Do you ever go to other people with like songs you have, or are you just guitarist and like?
Oh, he can sing.
Oh,
he can sing.
Oh no,
it's a secret, but he can sing.
Work in progress. I've taken a few kind of verse and choruses to Janethan a couple of times, so that we can work on them. But I think writing is almost like a different instrument. You know, if you can see yourself as a writer predominantly, then that's who you are as a person. So for me, I'm usually kind of more of, I like gigs and I like to play instruments kind of thing, more than, having these very profound messages to try and get out into the world.
So you're just kind of like a nice little helping hand to everyone. I love that.
Yeah.
I love it. Why would you ever want to do your own sort of gig or open mic night, like as you, or you like, no,
Yeah, definitely.
you do it?
Yeah, at some point it might be a thing. It's kind of a supply and demand thing at the end of the day. If I'm busy playing for other people, then I'm fine with that as well.
And do you get like I'm saying, like, obviously you met on Facebook and everything, do you get a lot of stuff like when, like, say you've got a gig coming up and you're like, no, I need you, and are you sort of like, ooh, I better check the diary, or is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It can get a bit tense. Because I'm like, hang on, like, we're besties, what are you doing? He's like, but this one's actually paying me. I'm like, but that doesn't matter.
Friendship costs nothing.
This is about taking over the world, George. Come on, please.
We're flatmates, come on. Oh, that's mad. So one last time, when's that being released?
So on the 12th of May, the song is out, as well as my first music video in nearly 10 years for that song.
Music video?
Yeah, very excited for this.
Are you in the music video, George?
No,
how much
there behind the scenes? I was gopher for the film shoot.
I just love about what part you play in Janethan's sort of story. You sound like the manager, advisor, guitarist, just songwriter, everything.
I just want to sit back and be creative and just put all the hard work into him. It's working.
How do you go about sort of doing a music video, or why this one? Why One Last Time for the music video for the first time in 10 years?
Do you know what? I really wanted to do a music video for so long, but I don't think anything up until this point I had the vision of the whole creative concept. And for this song, I knew exactly what it was about, how it felt. Because the songs I've released up until this point, a lot of them are like dancey numbers, and it's just like we're out in the club, we're having a good time. But I really wanted to have the emotional connection in a music video. So for this one, it is more therapeutic than anything as well. I shot it with this really talented man called Max Bandicoot, who's local to like the East London area, and we went into the studio, and it turns out music videos are really bloody hard. It was a lot of work and effort.
I can imagine.
I thought I was going to rock up, be done in about an hour. It was not the case.
Oh no, I've been sort of part of them, like it maybe as an extra,
Yeah.
and you don't realise that a scene can take like 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and then it's like over. Oh my word! It's like, oh, I'm not happy with this. But you're a diva though, or are you quite? Are you like, nope, not good enough?
We may have deleted some scenes from that music video just based on certain angles. So, yeah, I think I'm quite particular in what I want, which can sometimes be really detrimental. But at the same time, I just think you have to set your bar as high as you can.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. No, I agree. I totally agree with that.
But he would call me a diva. And that's fine.
A little bit at times, yeah.
Oh, you've got to do it. Someone's got to...
Perfectionist is more of a word to describe it. I think diva applies it's unreasonably so kind of thing. But
no, it's reasonable.
I think it's an awesome thing. I think it's an awesome thing to have such high standards, because in an industry right now that everyone's, I mean, more people than ever are doing this now. It's quite hard, like, you know, with everyone kind of going for it, you need to sort of set yourself high.
People are so good. You know, even the local talent around London, like, I've been to some open mic nights where I've not even got up and sang, and I've just wanted to cry based on how talented people are. And it's like, these are the people that you're competing against. And then also, when you release a song, you're competing with the people in the charts. Like, my song is to go up against Ariana Grande. It's to go up against, you know, Ed Sheeran. Like, these are the people in the chart. So you have to do as good as you can, because they have millions of pounds and hundreds of people really working behind them. It's just me and my little crew at the moment.
I guess if you're doing music videos though, that is probably more than what a lot of artists are doing. Is that kind of your way of trying to set yourself above everyone else, like doing as much as you can, getting the content out there, getting the songs out there? It's one of those industries, but I mean, your voice is next level, man, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. And you got George in your corner. Not everyone's got a George in their corner.
You need a George. I'll be in the memoir.
So is it part of an EP, or is it part of an album?
It will be an EP.
An EP.
An album, yeah. So we've got a few songs that we're working on, a few songs that are done, and the plan is to have something out this year. I'm really taking it kind of step by step, seeing what the audience actually likes, what they respond to the most, because I've always done dancier stuff, but now I'm really focusing on ballads, just getting that emotional connection out. So I'm happy to let it take its time and just be an enjoyable experience rather than just try and rush through a bunch of things.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with that. I tried to rush it and it just doesn't work. Just step by step.
Yeah.
I'm so for that. Right. Okay, so the next one is called What If I Fall?
Yes.
Let's have it and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
In a house of cards, it's fun until it rains. Then I'm looking at you, asking what do we do with the paper mache? You told me you tried so hard, now you don't like this game. So maybe tonight we leave it behind and someone else can play. And though I loved it while it lasted, for a little while I've been thinking, what if I fall and someone lifts me up, and the world stops when we touch? My heart might give you up, and that'll be okay. I wanted you to change, and you want to stay the same. We're headed different ways. We were like the night chasing the day. So we go from here? We don't wanna say goodbye. Let's cover the label, give it some space and just a little time. You wanna love me from afar, but I know it'll be too hard. 'Cause one day you'll see me watching the TV in someone else's arms. And though I loved you while it lasted, babe, for a little while I've been thinking, what if I fall and someone lifts me up, and the world stops when we touch? My heart might give you up, and that'll be okay. I wanted you to change, and you want to stay the same. We're headed different ways. We were like the night chasing the day, and dawn's about to break. So what if I fall and someone lifts me up, and the world stops when we touch? My heart might give you up, and that'll be okay. I wanted you to change, and you want to stay the same. We're headed different ways. So what if I fall and someone lifts me up, and the world stops when we touch? My heart might give you up, and that'll be okay. I wanted you to change, and you want to stay the same. We're headed different ways. We were like the night chasing the day, and dawn's about to break. And that was What If I Fall.
Outstanding. I was getting goosebumps there, man. I was like, I really do think I've just created like the best feature on radio. Like, I get to see these. I mean, I've just seen like firsthand like of this exclusive song, like, or two exclusive songs.
Best
I'm like,
performance of that song ever, yeah.
my word, like this is next level. Like you've completely thrown me. I'm like, this is just like the best thing ever. But like, how did that one come about?
Okay, so this one we actually wrote about 3-4 weeks ago, and it is based on a very recent breakup that I had. I don't break up with people a lot. This is like it's a 3-year-long relationship, so there's emotion in this song. And it's really the story of how I felt at the end of, we both wanted different things, and like I said, like I wanted the change and he wanted to stay the same, and that really wasn't going to work. So in the future, when we get over, each other, it'll be all right. That is the song, really.
Sort of like wishing the best to both. It's mutual.
Really, it's bittersweet because you want to stay together, but that's just not the way it's going to work.
Yeah, and I've been there myself. Like I know exactly what I'm about. It's like if you don't change, like I'm gonna go. Then they're like, well, I doubt it. Like, well, we'll go.
And then
like,
you go.
See you later.
And then you write a song.
And then I write a song. Yeah, so you've got one up on me. You can write a song about it, whereas I'm just a mess somewhere. So where can we find your music? Is it going to be on Spotify, Apple Music, that kind of stuff?
Yeah. So I'm on all social media platforms as Janethan, Janethan. That's me. Mostly I post on Instagram, but all of my songs are on Spotify as well. So that's the best way to find me.
And your music video will be on YouTube, I presume?
The music video will be on YouTube, yeah.
And it's coming out
12th of May.
On my 30th birthday.
Whoa.
What a present. I tell you what, I'm not sure if I mean, it's fantastic music. I mean, it's outstanding. I'm not sure how I want to start my 30th. Like, one last time, like, what if I fall? But, no, it's honestly fantastic. And I think that EP is going to send you in a real good direction.
Thank you so much.
Have you got any gigs coming up? Where can we see you live?
Oh, where can you see us? So
Richmond?
We are doing Richmond Park on the 13th of May, the day after the music video comes out. So,
nice.
Yeah, so we'll be there. It's come down. We'll be playing at 1 p.m.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it should be a really good set. It's like a fair festival. There'll be a lot going on. Should be really fun.
And I can vouch for you because I've seen you live, and I'm telling you, if you haven't seen Janethan live and you want to, get yourself down to Richmond because it's not something you're going to regret. And it's good to get out. Okay, well, that is it. That's half an hour gone, like just like that. Thank you guys for coming in again. Like, it's absolutely incredible.
Thank you for
we had a
having
3-week break, and we've come back with a serious bang.
Good.
So thank you so much, and I wish you guys all the very best in whatever you're doing.